King Charles urged to make one major change amid cancer treatment, insiders claim. King Charles was diagnosed with cancer at the beginning of 2024, and he has been focusing more on his health ever since. Now, he's been asked to make one big change. King Charles' life has changed quite a bit in 2024. In early February, the king revealed that he had gone into the hospital for prostate surgery but that cancer was discovered at the same time. Although King Charles has never revealed what type of cancer he has, the king has been doing fairly well and has returned to full royal duties. Still, he has to continue to put his health first, and now, reports suggest that Charles is being tasked with making one major change to his diet as he continues to recover. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Charles needs to make sure his strength continues to improve, and that includes a balanced diet. However, the king has notoriously skipped lunch almost every day. According to a fact sheet about the king released by Clarence House a couple of years back, he often skipped lunch and opted only for breakfast and dinner. This was likely due to having a busy schedule and appointments throughout the day where lunch didn't fit in. However, now that he has been undergoing cancer treatment, Express reports that Charles is now being advised to fit lunch into his regular plan. It might seem like a small change, but adding a new meal that your body isn't used to is something you might have to plan out. But Charles needs to continue improving his strength, eating enough food, plus getting the proper vitamins and minerals, is a big way to do that. Charles has not spoken much of his cancer since he was diagnosed. The focus has been more on Kate Middleton ever since Charles returned to royal duties. However, the king still reportedly is battling his cancer. 2024 has brought some challenges to the royals, with Kate and Charles both undergoing treatment. Kate took the first 9 months of the year off, though she did attend a handful of events in the summer. Charles returned to royal duties in the spring but has been taking it slow. The royals have put family and health above all else this year. Prince Harry made a trip to the UK shortly after Charles was diagnosed so the two could have a talk. William and Kate have made memories and time with their children as Kate continued to go through chemotherapy. And in Kate's video revealing she was cancer-free, she noted that family has been so important to her and featured her husband and kids throughout the video. King Charles will pause cancer treatment during royal tour of Australia and Samoa, report. King Charles will pause his ongoing cancer treatment during his upcoming royal tour of Australia and Samoa, according to a new report. On October 6, the Daily Mail reported that the King's medical team is allowing the sovereign to briefly cease what is thought to be weekly treatment during the long-distance trip, which runs from Friday, October 18 to Saturday, October 26. The Mail understands that His Majesty will continue with his ongoing cancer treatment right up until he flies, but that his doctors are happy for it to be briefly stopped while he is away, the outlet reported. The King will then pick up with his treatment cycle as soon as he returns to the UK, said the outlet, which described his treatment as weekly. Next week, King Charles, 75, and Queen Camilla will kick off the trip to Australia and Samoa for their first tour of Commonwealth countries since his accession. It also marks the royal couple's first major international trip following the King's cancer diagnosis, which Buckingham Palace announced in February. On February 5, the palace announced on February 5 that King Charles was diagnosed with a form of cancer following treatment for a benign enlarged prostate in January. A spokesman clarified he does not have prostate cancer. The sovereign postponed public-facing duties on doctors' advice while continuing to work behind the scenes from that date until April 30, when he resumed forward-facing royal duties by visiting University College Hospital Macmillan Cancer Centre. Though the hospital was not directly involved in the monarch's medical care, highlighting the importance of early detection was one of the reasons the king went public with his cancer diagnosis. A Buckingham Palace announcement that prefaced King Charles' return to public-facing work described his treatment as ongoing. It didn't disclose when the King's treatment might be completed, and mentioned that all of his future plans were subject to medical advice. All future plans remain subject to doctor's advice nearer the time, with appropriate adaptations made where necessary to minimize any risks to His Majesty's continued recovery, a palace spokesperson said. In the months since, the sovereign and some of his family members have occasionally spoken about his diagnosis and health. It's always a bit of a shock when they tell you, the King reportedly told a patient at the Macmillan Cancer Centre in April. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla said that her husband was doing very well when a well-wisher asked about him during her solo stop at the Royal United Hospital on September 3. The King and Queen, 77, have a packed schedule ahead in Australia and Samoa, where they will attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM, 2024. The summit is held biennially and the King's appearance there was long speculated, as he is the head of the Commonwealth Association of 56 nations. The palace said that the couple's engagements in both nations will focus on themes designed to celebrate the best of Australia and Samoa, as well as reflecting aspects of the King and Queen's work, though the itinerary was shifted in the interest of his health. While the British royals would typically visit the Commonwealth country of New Zealand during a long-distance trip to Australia, it had been ruled out due to medical advice. A spokesperson previously explained that the King's doctors have advised that such an extended program should be avoided at this time, to prioritise His Majesty's continued recovery. In close consultation with the Australian and New Zealand Prime Ministers, and with due regard for the pressures of time and logistics, it has therefore been agreed to limit the visit to Samoa and Australia only, the spokesperson said when the Australia and Samoa trip was announced in July. Buckingham Palace added that the royals send their warmest thanks and good wishes to all parties for their continued support and understanding. King Charles practiced his traditional Samoan dance moves at a royal reception celebrating the Commonwealth diaspora on October 3, and the Daily Mail reported that he travelled to Scotland after for some R&R before the big trip to Australia and Samoa. The fortnight in the run-up to the royal tour has been kept deliberately light for His Majesty. He will still be undertaking meetings, doing his paperwork and still come down for treatment, a source told the outlet about the King's plans for days ahead. Australia is a big deal, and he wants to be fighting fit. For a workaholic, like him, it's the chance to have a small breather, the source said. Thanks for watching, please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.